Now, so I've got just this little section left to do, and there's a fine line on getting the top wet with your finger to kind of slide it on there. If you do it too late or too soon, you get too much water on your base, and then when you try to put more caulking, it doesn't really want to stick. It wants to slide a little bit. And you know, this one here, I'm going to go all the way around. Because there's a slight little gap right there where they notched the door casing. And so now I have to kind of build that up just a hair right there. Okay. Now I can go. So I don't want to get my finger too wet just yet. Yeah, I think I need to put just a hair more there. See, now I'm going from left to right because I have to, pretty much. Your eyes get buggy after a while doing this. Okay. Alright. Wipe that off, make sure that's depressed. Wipe that excess off. Now I gotta do it with my left hand right in here. And I'm just being careful right now, okay? I'm not building up anything just yet. Now I feel like it's slightly building up on my finger. Take that off, wipe it off. Take my finger, wipe it off. I'm depressing more on the tub and not on the wall. If I do it, try to get tight, my whole finger, some's going to spooge out at the bottom of the tub, some's going to spooge out at the top of the tile. You see what I mean? Now I can depress more on the tile and not on the tub to get that top little bit, and it's going right about where I want it. Okay. Now I can feel where it's a little bit high. I can just drag it with my finger. I'm depressing more, and because it's silicone and because my finger is just slightly damp, hardly anything, I can just kind of move that around. Now I get my finger a little bit damp, not overly damp. Okay. Now see, I'm just doing over the top right there. Okay. That. I'm liking that. I don't think I'm going to mess with it anymore right there. Okay? Nothing on my finger. Now I'm just using my finger to kind of clean off the tile if there's anything. And with 100% silicone, you'll see it's sliding right on there. Okay? But I don't want to have the tub edge wet before I put the caulking, you know. So if you have a transition right here, you don't want to go too much beyond that as you're finishing that to get that wet, because then when you put the rest of the caulking on there, it wants to slide. And then it drags, and then you've got to wipe it off and take a rag or a napkin or whatever and clean it a little to dry it off so that you can put it on there. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm doing. Less is more when you're doing caulking. Look at your caulking, look at it, do it to the best of your ability. Try to blend in your joints and all that. Doesn't that look nice? That looks 100% better. And that's why I did that little transition right there. See there? Looks 100% better. And if I would have gotten a little bit of caulking above there, the grout line, I could take my screwdriver and just kind of clean off a little bit. And I wrapped it around the edge right there. You want enough caulking on there so that it's going to bond to your tub and to your tile, but yet you don't want so much on there where it looks big old fat and spooged out and ugly looking, but yet you don't want it so thin that it's really not going to do its purpose. You know, 3 months down the road, it's already caulking and lifting because you didn't get enough on there. You know what I mean? So it's a happy medium. This is your happy medium, about that thickness, see? Okay? All right. Well, I think I'm done with this video. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. Man, I'm running out of stuff to do. What am I going to do next? One never knows, but I got more to do in this condo, so never worry. My episodes won't be ending just yet. Now here's a tip for you. Could I have used my rag and wiped my finger with my caulking on the rag every single time? Yeah, I could have, but then I just wrecked my rag and it's not going to be good for anything else because it's 100% silicone. It's going to dry on there. You're not going to be able to wash it out. And then as you wipe it, you have to be careful how you set this down, because if you don't have it all folded in properly, you're going to get the caulking all over the place when you set it down and when you drop this, or when you want to wipe your hands on it. Now you grab your rag and you got all your caulking on there. That's why I just like to use napkins or a paper towel and wipe my excess off like that, okay? There's a tip for you, and you see, I'm done with that. This was still, even with this much caulking out of there, this still sticks after I do it once or twice. And I want to make sure that my tip is nice and clean, all ready for next time I need it. And this is that special caulking for around bathtubs like this, around showers, around sinks, around toilets, all that kind of stuff. If you've got another tub that you're thinking, hey, maybe I should go ahead and do both tubs at the same time, yeah, go ahead and do that. Because like I say, when this stuff dries, it's really difficult to get it back out of here, 3 months from now, and then you're going to have to cut your tip wider, bigger at the end. And the last thing you want when you're caulking is getting a tip that's just a little bit too big, if you know what I mean. Because then you're putting on way too much extra, and then you're going to have a line way bigger than what I've got on this tub. Okay? And I don't want that. And so I'm going to have to really think, do I need to use this anywhere else? Where else could I use that? Well, like I said, with sinks, like look at this sink here. See here? This sink's been down for, I don't know, 15 years. And they grouted it. They put grout on there, I think. But you see, I mean, it's not perfect. And it looks okay, but you can see that line. I could recalc this whole thing if I wanted. And then here's another sink. See here? There's grout under it. But it's not 100% perfect, is it? If I put that caulking there, I know I could make that look really nice. And the trick part would be to get this under here without getting it spooged all over the place. On that, you may have to put a little bit on your finger, wipe it, put on your finger, reach your finger down there, wipe it, or get your tip down there, and then you're going to have to do a lot of cleaning on that back side. Because if you're going to do the caulking, no sense stopping it right there. Finish it around there. You'll be able to get it. Okay? And, use up that caulking when you can, because this caulk tube is never going to be the same 3 months from now when this tip is all dry, even 3 weeks from now, it's not going to be the same tube. I'm going to have to cut that. I'm going to have to clean it out. I'm going to have to spooge some out, and then the old pieces will come out, and then I got to pull those out, and I'm going to lose about this much caulking in the entire container to get this all to where it's clean. You never want to start using your caulking if this is all dry, and then you poke it with this and stuff, and then you come down on your tub and you start trying to do a finished edge, because trust me, after a while your old pieces are going to want to come out, and then they're going to screw up the rest of the stuff that you just put on, and you're going to be like, okay, yeah, now I know what he's talking about, what VideoJoe's talking about. And then you've got to pull all that stuff up, clean it off, make sure that your tip is going nice and clean, and then start some more, okay? Remember that.